Imagine the shock of discovering that the iconic home of the American presidency is being bulldozed right under your nose for a lavish party space. It's the kind of audacious move that's got late-night comedians buzzing and Americans questioning what's next in this wild political ride. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just bold renovation or a blatant disregard for history? Stick around, because the reactions from top TV hosts like Stephen Colbert, Michael Kosta, and Seth Meyers reveal layers of humor, sarcasm, and serious debate that most people overlook when they tune in for a laugh. Let's dive into the details. Stephen Colbert, the sharp-witted host of The Late Show, kicked things off by reminding us that after 9 months of Trump's presidency, you'd think nothing could surprise us anymore. Give the man credit, Colbert said with his signature wit. Every so often, he finds a way to jolt us, like it's the very first time, attaching the electrodes and cranking up the shock. And the latest jolt? Trump's decision to demolish parts of the White House's East Wing. For those new to this, the East Wing is an essential section of the presidential residence housing offices, family quarters, and historic spaces. It's not just a building, but a symbol of American governance. The demolition is all in the name of a massive $250 million project to build a 90,000-square-foot gilded ballroom, which Trump initially vowed wouldn't affect the existing structure. We're just 9 months in, and he's already Hulk-smashing the White House, Colbert quipped, drawing a parallel to the chaos of the January 6th Capitol riot, a reminder of how quickly things can escalate in politics. But here's the part most people miss. Trump promised the renovation would be near it, but not touching it, respecting the historic building. Yet a backhoe showed up and ripped off a chunk of the East Wing facade. That's it, Colbert joked. We're keeping the security deposit. No refunds for this kind of damage. It left him deeply unsettled, likening it to spotting your teacher in the grocery store's meat aisle, which captures that eerie sense of something sacred being profaned. And this is where the controversy really heats up. Should we trust Trump's word on this? Colbert poked fun at the uncertainty, wondering if the end result might just be a tacky fast food hybrid like a Pizza Hut Taco Bell instead of a ballroom. Even the Treasury Department got in on the secrecy, banning employees from snapping photos of the construction. Not exactly a sign of pride, Colbert noted, comparing it to hiding a wedding because the bride is a body pillow of Mariah Carey. For beginners, this highlights a bigger issue. Why cloak government projects in mystery? It sparks debate on transparency and whether leaders should prioritize flashy upgrades over public trust. Shifting gears, Michael Kosta on The Daily Show didn't hold back either. With a government shutdown dragging into its 3rd week, meaning unpaid federal workers and dwindling food stamps, Trump's focus on a ballroom feels downright tone-deaf. It's exactly what you voted for, Pennsylvania coal miners. 90,000 gilded square feet for Trump to bust his moves, Kosta mocked, painting a picture of misplaced priorities. Trump had assured everyone the project wouldn't interfere with the White House, calling it his favorite building and pledging total respect. Yeah, right, Kosta retorted sarcastically. He loves the history, the decor, and especially the criminal immunity it offers. But then came the backhoe, demolishing part of the East Wing. Who's his contractor, Bin Laden and Sons? Kosta quipped, pointing out the irony of not touching, turning into outright destruction. This raises a provocative counterpoint. Could this renovation be framed as needed modernization, updating a historic site for modern needs? Or is it an over-the-top display of ego that disrespects national heritage? Kosta even joked about the ballroom being useful for Trump's son Barron, who reportedly had to stoop in regular rooms, a lighthearted jab that underscores how personal whims might be driving policy. It's the kind of detail that invites viewers to ponder. Are we seeing innovation or indulgence? Finally, Seth Meyers on Late Night added his 2 cents, tying the demolition to Trump's apparent long-term plans. Guys, I don't think he's packing up in 3 years, Meyers said. If I had only 3 years left on a lease, I wouldn't even hang a shelf. Cleverly, he suggested the ballroom signals permanence, sparking questions about Trump's intentions beyond his term. Meyers also tossed in other zingers from the week's news, like Trump's claim of a cameraman damaging a mirror, which he mocked by noting no one in the administration casts a reflection, a nod to advisor Stephen Miller. Then, there was Trump's praise for Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, which Albanese plans to use in future ads, prompting Meyers to joke that Trump's opponent might do the same. And airports rejecting a partisan video from Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem at TSA checkpoints? Meyers linked it to her memoir admission of shooting her own puppy, quipping it riles up the dogs. These asides broaden the context, showing how the ballroom drama fits into a larger pattern of administration quirks. In wrapping this up, it's clear Trump's White House makeover isn't just about aesthetics. It's a flashpoint for debates on leadership, legacy, and respect for institutions. Is demolishing a piece of the East Wing for a gilded ballroom a smart update or a reckless act of self-indulgence? Do you agree that Trump's promises ring hollow, or could this project bring new life to an outdated space? And what about the secrecy? Is it necessary for national security or just suspicious? We'd love to hear your take. Are you unsettled like Colbert, or do you see it as